everybody, and welcome back to the United Stand, and we are on our way to Wembley. What a game, one of the best games you will ever see. The Theatre of Dreams delivers again, and Manchester United win the battle. No matter how many times Liverpool threw that punch, Man United just kept getting back up, and here are 5 things that we learnt from that game. So the first one is Alejandro Garnacho. This is what it means to play for Manchester United. He's only been training 2 times a week because he's nursing a little bit of an injury, according to his brother, and he puts in an unbelievable shift, 120 minutes. And the fatigue that it can take out of you. He's been playing every game for Man United anyway, but 120 minutes, and in the last minute of the game, to produce that run with that assist for Ahmad, just incredible, because the mental fatigue, the physical fatigue, and he will run through brick walls for Man United, and they're the type of players that we need. Only 19 years old as well. Absolutely incredible. Has he had dips in his performances? Yes, he's not the finished article yet. He's 19 years old. But Ten Hag and Alejandro Garnacho, them two, I feel like they're building a great relationship, and I think Garnacho's got such a good future ahead of him. And what lies at the baseline of that is someone with an incredible attitude, incredible work ethic. So credit to Garnacho. And you know, you're coming up at, like, everyone were doing the combined 11s. Obviously, you're going to put Salah in over Garnacho. But he was better than Salah today. Mo Salah, who is one of the best players that the Premier League's ever seen, genuinely. And yeah, Salah's coming back from injury, but Garnacho was great. And even if you just look at the stats there, toe-to-toe with Salah, did a really, really good job. So very happy with him today. And then number 2, of course, speaking of the goal, the cameos that came on to win this game. I mean, if Pep's doing that, if Klopp's doing that, you know, playing Bruno and Anthony is the left side of your defence. People are calling it a masterclass, but cameos in particular from Amad Diallo, of course, won us the game. I have one bone to pick with Ten Hag, and that is Amad Diallo needs to be playing more minutes for Manchester United. He has to be. Not only the goal, by the way, is absolute quality to pick out that finish. You know, there's a lot to do with that, and it's quality. Picks his spot. Them ones that come off the post are the best ones. Not only that, his hunger to go and win the ball back. He was actually an aerial presence, even though he's like one of the smallest players on the pitch. He has a bit of fight in him. People were saying he needs to bulk up a little bit, needs to be a bit stronger. He showed that today, and on the ball, he's technically good as well. You know, Man United, you know, usually treat the ball a little bit like a hot potato, can't string 5 or 6 passes together. He's a player that's good on the ball. He's technically capable, needs to be playing more minutes, and then just an excellent cameo all round today from Ahmad. Ten Hag easing him in, but, you know, keep easing him in off the bench, but it's time that Ahmad gets some more minutes. Also, wanted to mention Harry Maguire. Insane. Harry Maguire, insane. His head is a ball magnet. In the box, he's defending the box, his physicality, also getting forward to be that kind of target man, to be heading balls in, making it difficult for Liverpool's defence. Almost scored a goal as well. For me, Maguire's turned into that sort of squad player that he's not a starter, but he's excellent to bring off the bench. He's like a weapon to have in your armour. If you want to defend a lead, if you want to have a goal threat in there, Maguire's your guy. He's got a unique skill set, and today he was great as well. And of course, I cannot forget Anthony. Anthony, you know, chips are down. He's probably, you know, I don't think any Man United fan really rates him at all. He comes into this team at a really crucial moment in the game. Not only does he score a goal with his right foot, he spins who people are calling the best centre-back that the Prem's ever seen. I think Van Dijk is definitely in the top 10 centre-backs the Prem's ever seen. But Anthony completely spins him and bags it bottom corner. It's a great goal in a really crucial moment of the game, like late into the game. Really good goal, really good cameos, and great substitutions from Ten Hag, because I was doubting him. Everyone was doubting him. I thought Ten Hag had lost the plot, but the cameos were really good today off the bench. And the third thing we learned, and I really want this to be a positive video, but I just do have to include it, is simple mistakes. We need to cut them out. You know, every player on that pitch, second half, into extra time, give everything. Proud of them all. They really dug deep, and credit to the team for doing that. Credit to every single player that played. You know, a lot of players played 120 minutes as well. Dug deep, excellent stuff. But what we need to do is, realistically, if we would have lost that game, people would have been calling for Ten Hag, people would have been saying about his substitutions, but he coached a very good game from Man United. The reason why Liverpool conceded was by our own doing. Them 2 goals before half-time should never have happened. We should have been 2-0 up. It could have even been, you know, maybe 2-1 up. But Bruno, with the foul, that's a mistake that needs to cut out. He did it a little bit earlier when Endo scored. He didn't die for a foul, but it was a bit too soft. and, you know, they go and score, and you've got to learn from that, and you can't take any risks. They scored from that. It's a mistake on Bruno's part. By the way, runs through brick walls for the club, but that is a mistake. It's a mistake, and it repeated itself. Rashford, you know, just letting the centre-back just kind of walk into our box. He wasn't the only one. Other people could have closed him down, but just give that bit extra, get back. The way Ahmad was doing, you go and hunt that ball back. Our mistakes is what cost us a lot of them goals. And we should have scored more goals as well, finishing our chances. How many times did we have chances that we should have finished? I mean, Rashford could have finished a few, eventually gets his goal, and very well played from him for that. But just little mistakes, and we can take things up to the next level, and we can make the game easier for ourselves. Because as much it was a brilliant thriller, like what a game it was, these mistakes, and we could have put the game to bed a lot earlier. And the fourth thing that we learned is that the future is very, very bright. This is one thing we really need to get excited about, and another reason why I want to keep Erik ten Hag, because he's developing this, is the youth. You know, Alejandro Garnacho, revelation, 19 years old. Rasmus Højlund, great signing, 21 years old. Kobbie Mainoo or Messi in midfield. Like, his performance today was incredible in a big game again. You know, a big game. Kobbie Mainoo basically got left in the midfield on his own. 18 years old. Amad Diallo, I think he's 20 years old. You know, young players coming through that are just like, it's just promising for Man United in the future. It's a foundation that we can build off, and that's something really promising coming out of this season. Is how good our youth's doing, and how promising it is for us to build a team in the future that's going to have that chemistry, have that cohesion. So very happy with the younger players, because it is a big game to step up, and they definitely did that. And the fifth and final thing is, guys, you've got to have some faith. Yes, Erik ten Hag has made some questionable decisions. I mean, the team that we had out at the end, I mean, I didn't even know what formation we were playing. I didn't know who was playing where. You know, Bruno was picking out balls as centre-back. You know, Anthony left-back. People have been asking for that. You know, he was all over the shop. But we threw everything at him but the kitchen sink, and we got the result. And you've got to respect that, because everyone was questioning Ten Hag's substitutions. And his head was on the chopping block, ready, people sharpening their knives, coming for Ten Hag. And he got through it. He had the bottle to do it. And you know what? It's been a season full of poor performances. But the amount of injuries we've had, over 50 reported illnesses and injuries. And then you also look at the fact that Erik ten Hag, you know, Europe's still on, and I know we shouldn't be celebrating fifth, but Europe Champions League football, it's a must, and it is still on the cards. Back-to-back Wembley trips, could even maybe be back-to-back trophies. That is an achievement with where this Man United squad was at. And the direction we're going in, I do feel like Ten Hag, he makes mistakes. Sometimes his in-game management isn't good. Some of his signings have been questionable, but please just give him a chance. Because today I can even say, I spoke about it on the fans forum, but if anyone didn't watch this, the way that we're pressing from the front, but also playing a deep line defence, it creates that gap. It's like a donut. There's nothing in the middle, and our midfield gets cut through like butter. Ten Hag doesn't have a plan B. But what he wants to do eventually, in my opinion, is play a high line. That's why we need a centre-back, two quick ball-playing centre-backs, play through the centre-backs, through the keeper, ball-distributing keeper, play through a midfield. We need to get a hybrid 6/8 that can physically win duels and win the duels, but still be good on the ball, and play through the front. He wants to keep the pressing, of course he does, but it doesn't work when your defence is dropped back. He needs to have a cohesive unit, and the problem is, with all the injuries he's had this season, he's not had Martinez to do that, he's not had Shaw to do that, and he's not completed the rebuild to play his system. I do think there's a system there that can be salvaged from Ten Hag. At the moment, you know, there's big issues, there's big gaping holes. But I think it's because he's not got the players to play it, and he's still trying to kind of do that anyway. He's stuck in two minds a lot of the time with the way that we're playing. The performances have been poor. It needs to be called out, and you know, you can't use. I said before this Liverpool game, you cannot use injuries as an excuse. You can't do it. And we didn't. We won today. We won through playing for the badge, and that's what it's all about. But give Ten Hag the summer under a proper structure, and let's have faith. And let's have faith for the rest of our season, everyone. Look, top four still on, or Champions League football anyway. And Wembley, we've got Coventry in the next round. Not counting my chickens, but I'm hoping we get through that. And then a final. Could be winning another trophy. There's a lot to be excited about now. Best game at Old Trafford I generally think I've been to. Not joking. And that might just be the day. But that's how I feel. But look, everyone, thank you for watching. Please comment your feedback if you like these shows. Please hit a like on the video. We really do appreciate it. It helps us out. Let me know all your thoughts. Fit it in the comments. I'll go through them. And have a lovely week, everybody.